All right. That part. Go to work. This is so much fun. I tell you. Today we're going to talk about the success and reflections of the telethon from yesterday about the one and only five-time NFL legend championship Willie Davis and more. And just a really quick, I want to share some information. A quick background is so quick. Crystal Davis reviewing the telethon for NFL legend Willie Davis and highlighting upcoming events. She is a dynamic host and celebrated community advocate. Will conduct an in-depth review of the highly successful telethon held in honor of her brother, NFL football legend Willie Davis. She's known for her charismatic presence and insightful commentary. Crystal will reflect on the telethon's most impactful moments, celebrating its achievements in uniting fans, raising funds, and paying tribute to her brother, Willie Davis, an enduring legacy both on and off the field. In addition to the review, Crystal will showcase a lineup of upcoming events that aim to extend the spirit of community engagement and inspiration that the telethon exemplified. These events promise to bring together sports enthusiasts and already has philanthropists and local leaders in a series of exciting initiatives, continuing the momentum of honoring legends and supporting meaningful causes. With her keen storytelling abilities and dedication to fostering community connections. Oh my goodness, she is a networking queen. Crystal Davis will ensure the spotlight remains on celebrating legacies and building a brighter future through shared purpose and passion. Welcome back to the store. Welcome back to the show. Absolutely. Crystal Davis, how are you today? Amen. How's it going?
Girl, you know me. You got the party music on. It's always the party. Don't stop the party, baby. But he
Absolutely.
say, don't
Absolutely.
stop the music, please. Go ahead. Let it play a little while longer. Go ahead for the party that was just today.
Absolutely. Well, with that in mind, everybody, milliondollarmarch.us. You can go there right now. Absolutely. Come on now. Yes, indeed. And if you want to review about that philandfestival.com, go there too, because I'm telling you, it's a lot of going on, a lot of great things, celebration, community, teamwork. Oh, yes, indeed. Absolutely. So, based on determination, leadership, and strength, you got to feel that. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Yesterday was a telethon of December 10th, 2024. And that's what Crystal's here today to share some reflection about. All right, now.
Yes, yes, baby sister. Yes, baby girl. That's what I'm gonna have to say because you really put that thing together. Thank you so very much.
Amen. You're welcome.
That is so beautiful. And you are. I'm gonna tell you what Roland Bynum said to me way back one day about sometime in the 90s, I think it was. And we were at the school out in Pasadena because, he still teaches school. So he was teaching at the school. And I said, Roland, I don't know, what am I going to do? I want to get my music out there. I want to do this. Da, 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 da. He said, just be the star that you are. And I'm like, huh? What is that?
Mm-hmm.
In other words, just be yourself. He saw me. I always knew that was what I desired to do, music. And so when Willie came to Watts as the little girl that I was, and he put all that fantastic business and radio station there, oh my gosh, music was my thing. I had a radio player when I was 9 years old in my room. I had my own little 33, 45. I could play albums and little singles in my room at 9 years old. And that
Mm-hmm.
was kind of uncommon in 1969, 1970. And then I had a Sony 9-inch black and white television in my room.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent a lot of time playing music. And then my dad would take me to this music shop up there on 110th, I believe, in Main Street. It was John's Music, the music merchandiser. And that's where the Andersons came from, the VIPs. That was
Okay.
them. That was Cletus, the oldest brother, Cletus Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
The other brothers, I guess, I'm sure they were young like me. They had that warehouse where all the music, you came there and got all the music, all the radio stations and everybody. People came there and bought, you know. So my dad was best friends with Cletus.
Oh.
So I would go get all of the Jackson 5 singles, Dinah Ross. I remember Engine number 9. So whatever the hits were, my dad would take me up there and he would buy those songs for me. So you have no idea the kind of music I grew up listening to. The soul, I mean, Dyke and the Trailblazers, you know. I mean, they were singing, baby, soul music. I'd be in there dancing and stop in the name of love. So me being in that Davis household and going into Willie's business of entrepreneurship and that radio station, my life was turned out totally on music. I didn't want to do anything but sing and be a musician. So this is very important to me because I'm the follow your dreams. Willie is the follow your dreams. I'm the community person. He's the corporate person. You understand? So those two meet, unite, and make the best deal for life because you have to have ends of the spectrum to have the fullness of what life and the capacity of what life offers. And that's what we're doing right now with his legacy because I see it now. I'm old enough. I've experienced it for all of my life, 54 years, you could say. So this is what I know. This is what I've been born and bred to do. I'm chosen to do this because we got to close the gap. Willie says it in his book. Closing the gap is the most important thing right now in the economy, in the world. And we are the ones that are on the other side of the gap. As a people, we must unite. And people must unite with us once we are united with ourselves. Because people are always drawn to us, but they're somewhat drawn to us to take from us. So we
Mm-hmm.
now have to be drawn to each other to give, help, take, support, put it all up in there because you got to mix it all up. We take from each other, and he said, give nothing at all, but we got to take and give all at the same time. That's the new trick, as you want to say. Oh, you took that? Yeah, sure, but what you got? Oh, you got some rocks? Beautiful. Put those rocks. We work with rocks. Rocks are beautiful. That's minerals. That's something that God created. Those are beautiful. We could, so I'm that person. I told them we need to sit in the dirt because we've gotten so far away from family and community and loving one another and celebrating what life and legacy is. We don't even stop to talk about the vacations we took. Where did we go? People go, my son Jared was in Colombia. Do you know that? Just a couple of weeks ago. What? What are you doing in Colombia? They're all over the world. Now, these are my children. And I look at that. Those are Willie's nephews. And Jared in particular, I remember him and Willie having this conversation. Oh, they were in Inglewood then. Willie moved his business to Inglewood, the radio station, once he sold and shut down the beer distributorship. He moved the radio station to Inglewood. That's where KJLH is right now on 161 North La Brea, Inglewood.
Mm-hmm.
So he moves the station there. We go there and visit. I'm still coming by, unannounced. Baby sister, hey, oh, you're here, hey. So I happened to have Jared with me, and so I was standing up talking or doing something with so I don't know. And Jared was sitting there and having a heart talk with Willie, and I could hear. So Willie go, I know you want to trade your mommy in, huh?
Mm.
It was hilarious, of course. And my son, he goes, he kind of laughs and snickers, but he's like, yeah, honey, my mom.
Mm-mm-mm.
But the best thing in life, look at my son. My son teaches workshops on how to get your music in the movies and commercials. My son has a commercial
Mm.
that was, on KJ, what was that? Kentucky Fried Chicken. That Jared is traveling, and it's like you look up and he's gone. He doesn't tell nobody. He just does
Yeah.
it, and that's
Mm.
like his uncle. See, Willie didn't talk much, and that's what Ronnie Lott was telling me. He said he didn't talk a lot. He just did
Mhm.
things. You
Mhm.
understand? He wasn't talking, yeah, man, I'm going down here and I'm gonna open up me, and yeah, brother, you know what it is. So, he communed with it, you know. He
Mm.
met. This is awesome. What I'm picking up, I tell you, Nichelle, this is so awesome, and I thank you again for this platform, for this opportunity. Because if we don't talk about it, we won't know about it, and we
That's
won't be
right.
about it. We won't be about it because we can't even talk or see the vision from the talk.
Mm.
So this is important, these platforms that you have, and I want the people to support you. I'm going to tell the people right now, send money now. Put your Cash App up there. What is it? Cash App, $ go to work.
No, I don't have Cash App anymore.
Okay, well, put the Flow City up there, okay? Because
Okay.
that's what it's all about. Like we said, $1 million March.us, they can go there and do it. But I want them to send this now without any, because for me, they take money out, when you go through a third party. I don't know what they do with Cash App, but I seem to get the direct money. So we're going to use this and continue to build these platforms and invite people to this platform. Is that all right?
Absolutely.
Can we invite people and ask people to support this platform? I'm going to just $25, would do a lot for a 25, 30-minute show, you know. That would help the system. That would help the system run smoothly. So if you all would do that, yes, it's what is it? Cash App, Flow with the S. Yes, yes, yes. She got
Mhm. Okay.
uh
Absolutely.
this is what it's all about, helping one another. If we don't help one another, how can we really feel comfortable helping ourselves and seeing others suffer and go by? And you could have done something about that. Just reached out your hand here. Like
Mhm.
I heard Ray Lewis the other night when he accepted his doctorate, honorary doctorate. He was giving his speech and he talked about he had saw a guy. I guess the guy asked him for some money, and Ray said, "Listen, man, if I give you this, promise me you don't use it for no drugs, okay, man? Promise me." And he
Mhm.
gave him $100 bill. And I guess, I don't know, some time went on. However, him and this young man or whoever it was crossed paths again. He said, now, this person has been working in his Ray Lewis Foundation for over 12 years.
Mm.
See, that's the kind of stuff, the
Nice.
impact
You're
that
right.
he had on this person that he gave that $100 to. Promise me you won't use it on drugs and whatever else he said. So this is who we need in the community. Ray Lewis's, Willie Davis, he wasn't necessarily in the community walking the streets where the homeless, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
But he dealt with the football clinics and clubs and high school and college teams. You know what I'm saying? He
Mhm.
dealt with the scholars. He dealt with those who were seeking to really better themselves, and he talked to them in elementary school, he talked to them in junior high, he talked to them in high school and in college and the universities. He traveled all around. He talked with corporate boards and people. He always educated. He was a leader, and he taught, because that's what he did. I mean, he got his education to do that, and I think he taught, and Al taught some time at one point. So this is what I'm saying, that we must revere that as our standard of living and being at this time. We have to come back up as a country and as a people to what it was when Willie Davis attained to his level of success, when
Mhm.
he achieved from showing he was resilient through all of that, what he went through. As they say, he went through Jim Crow. So
Mhm.
his ability to say, I did this with all those odds against me, but I had a vision, I had a dream, I persevered. I didn't get with the crowd and start, being negative and meditating on, oh, I hate this and I hate that. He meditated on, oh wow, you hear his story. I listened to his story on yesterday. I played the story. And I went live on Instagram for probably 8 hours. And then I did also some Zoom for an hour or so. So a little hour more. So it was really a success. We'll be given an accounting as we go, because now we'll be doing rebroadcast. So we're going to launch again on next Tuesday, the 17th of November, to follow up and continue, because we now have as they say, we're on a roll. Young lady, she says, Crystal is on a roll. That's right. This has been a plan in my heart. Like Willie was on a roll. When he retired, that brother
Mhm.
was on a roll. He came out, it was like laid out. And
Mm.
and it was no stopping him. It was like, and
No.
it was consistent, and it was just like, wow, like they say, the Midas man, everything he touched turned to gold.
Mm-hmm.
And people that were losing, and that's another thing. He came in and bought into businesses and bought businesses that were going down.
Mm-hmm.
That distributorship was already there in Watts. It was Banner, and it was going down.
I
And so
see.
he was able to buy and get that 250,000. I understand, my, my daddy talking about that. So that happened. And then with the radio station, it was going down. I don't know if seeming like Clarence Avant name comes up with the station. I think Clarence Avant owned the station, and it was, going down. And I remember my daddy said, why would you buy a sinking ship?
Mm.
Daddy used to fuss. But one thing Daddy was right when he made that last decision,
Uh,
to do some things. But I would hear Daddy always say, "Why would you do it?" But look, it became the number one black owned
wow,
station in LA. You know,
nice. Yeah.
so yeah, so Willie did things. He came in and really saved businesses. He bought businesses before they went, out, or somebody else did it, and he turned it into a big establishment and an enterprise for the black folk. He gave the black, I mean, come
Mhm.
on here. There was
Nice.
a time when we were just coming out, we were wearing our afros in the 70s, and we were, as they say, proud of ourselves, and we was doing our thing. We was driving Cadillacs, and people was like, hey, people were going to college, and it was like a wonderful, the budding time, the flowers and the trees and everything was grooming. Ooh, ooh. And so, like, my picture right there, it's like the dollar bills and my hands are out. That's what it was like. People,
Mhm.
they shared. I learned so much growing up. I learned from the elders. I didn't learn from school. I'm gonna tell you straight out. School was my social ground. That was where we partied. Hey,
Mhm.
singing in the band room, with the football team, with the basketball. Well, no, I was mainly with the basketball team and the band. So
Mhm.
this is how I looked at life. I learned from my community people, the people at the liquor store, the people at the grocery store, the people at the radio station, the people on the radio, people on television. We
Mhm.
learn our environment.
That's right.
School is to socialize. You're supposed to learn, but you socialize really, and know personalities in school. Know why you're in school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when
Mhm.
you get out of school, you got to apply something to your life to
Mhm.
value, grow with. So, like I said, we're on the both ends of the spectrum. He went all the masters and stuff. I was so glad to get out of 12th grade, because I was going half term through 12th grade, because I had all of my credits, and my counselor said, Crystal, you don't even have to come back until graduation.
Okay.
I had 165 credits by the time we were in, because I used to do a before school class. I was smart,
Uh,
I guess, but the Lord had me wonderful word out, way out, because I worked. I was that enterprising young girl at 16. I had a job at the mall, Hawthorne Mall, and
uh-huh.
my dad would drop me off, and then I started driving that Cadillac. So I had a life that I could do, but I still like to work. But it was socializing for me. I didn't feel like I wanted to socialize anymore. It impeded on my other activities. I quit. Next.
Dang.
So this is my life. But Willie Davis, Dee Dee Davis afforded me that opportunity. Norman Davis, my grandfather, they afforded me that opportunity, because I know if I had been raised with my mom, because we were not very, like Willie said, we were poor. My mom had 5 children, and she was single most of the time, and we were on the welfare, and it was So that's why my dad and stepmother went to court and took me, because they said, this is my seed and y'all can't really handle it. So I'll bring over here with me. I think it was more the stepmother, didn't want him around my mother who was young. I said, wink, wink, but it was a burning cross, I could say, because I had the church life from my mother and I had the world life and the entrepreneurial life from my dad. So even though we went to church with my dad, but I still could pop my fingers and wear pants and sing the blues and do all the other things that I couldn't do with my mother. It's totally strict. So
Mm-hmm.
my sisters had to be under this strict, thing with my mother for all of their teenage years. I was wild and fancy free. So when I finally, not say met them, but when I finally met back up with my sisters after being 18 and 19, I could do what I really wanted to do. I can go be with them now because my stepmother kind of stopped me.
Mm-hmm.
So I now could go be with my real sisters, my real mama. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, you guys are different. And they were like, oh, she's different. And yeah, but here we go on the spectrum again. He's like my stepmother say, like any white girl. And they were raised like most average black girls. So we now had to come together, my mom, and it was rough for a while because they didn't understand me and I didn't understand them. And they drank and smoked and I didn't do all that. They didn't do that in the house. Daddy and them didn't do that. But now they're doing that. My sisters, I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then I did a little marijuana, but I didn't do all that stuff. So now here we go. Really
Mm-hmm.
party now with my sisters. So now I got my daddy's life, my brother's life. Now I'm back in this life. So we bring it together, people. That's the whole key, y'all. This is what I'm saying. Church life, party life, world life, all the lives that we live, bring them together because they all need each other to survive. Church folk is lonely. World folk is happy, but their discretion is off because they're wild. They need a little control by the spirit of the Most High Yah to bring their value. You hear me? So they need each other. The veterans, they're
Mm-hmm.
either whatever they are, they're veterans, church folk, but they're lonely. These are the people that we're impacting, youth that are in foster care. No matter what their gift is, they're lonely, they're feeling without. This is what this is about for me. Really provided tools and opportunities for me to use my heart because I always was in the community. I was raised in the community. I was raised helping the little, you know, foster children comb their hair and mentor with the little choirs at 12 years old. I was in the community that his money basically served, working with LA County Parks and Recreations, those programs. Willie was able to sponsor programs like that.
Got you.
This
Absolutely.
is this is the community engagement that I want to say. So when we did the what do we do? The telethon is to tell the story, let you know we need the dollars for the community engagement programs. We want to bring more skills, but we want to bring hands-on things that requires that time to just play, which is STEM. We don't call it STEM and STEAM and all that stuff. We just did it. Science, technology, engineering, art, math, research. We just did it. Now they're putting titles on it, and it's a lot of money behind it because we realize those are the fundamental skills that you need in life to be successful. So now that it's all packaged, calling STEM, STEAM, we now bring this to our children in a way that they can say, oh, this is fun, playtime. But this we have to play with them in a sensible, I want to say a real wholesome way, real family love style with comfort, care, protection, involvement. I'm engaged with your life. I may not be trying to tell you what to do. I need to exemplify. Like I said, don't do what I do sometimes, but do what I say. Now it's do what I do because now I got to do it. I've talked it. Now let me walk it and show you what I'm talking about. That's what time it is. I need people, as I said, Today is Wednesday. Wednesday's woman. The day that we honor the woman who's the provider in her category, and she's the, do all of it. So we're calling for 50 of those women. That's always been our goal, to get groups of 50s, 50s, 50 women, 50 men, and 50 youth. So today we're calling and looking for 50 women. So let us reach out and touch 50 women today and see if we can get 50 women to watch this show and see if we can get 50 women to give $50. That would be incredibly wonderful for our campaign. 50 women. Today we can reach out to them, Nichelle, with these shows that we've been doing for 11, 12 days now. 50 women to be able to say, I'll support, I'll satisfy, this need to take care of someone else. It's the veterans and the youth right now, the veterans and the youth, whether they're veteran men or women. It's the veterans and the youth that we must take care of and bring together so they can mentor the youth. We need the veterans to mentor the youth, and then the women begin to be like in the middle to help the men and help the youth and help all of them to come together. So we provide the food, we provide the fun, we provide all the games, we provide all of the materials that they need to learn, to draw, color, Play Doh, all that stuff. We provide these things because that's what it takes to really engage a child for hours into something that their brains and their mobility skills and their creative juices, as they say, can flow and they can balance their life out. Playing in the dirt, I'll tell you again, I'm going to get some good soil and we're going to do some gardening. That's going to be a big thing. Hopefully we can get the garden at Nickerson Gardens so we can beautify that garden and bring that garden back to life, and put some things there for Willie Davis and put a more, mural and memorial there for what he's done for Watts in Nickerson. So y'all help me get that together because all it'll take is some money. So these are the things, and that's what I'm here to do. And I speak fast with it because it's like, it's real to me. It's like, it's here played out. It's like God has strategically planned this, and it's like, okay, here you go, Willie, Crystal, Daddy, everybody, y'all, ancestors, Mama, everybody. Because in my mother's space, in my mother's life, I carry her music ministry, and that's all she did really, from her teenage life, and is just stay in the church. And she didn't get education like the others did, but she did the best she could with what she had. She lived to be 80 something years of age, and she passed on just a couple of years ago. And we give honor to my mother, Norma June Nelson. Like I said, Daddy used to call her Norma Jean, but Norma June Nelson out of Kansas City, Missouri, also born there in Arkansas. So the Nelsons, shout out to the Nelsons. My uncle Barry Nelson right there now, trucker, got his, he that car club, and they getting ready to have a car club show right here in Compton. Right there's
Yeah.
Rita, Mama Rita, and,
Yes.
and Brother Gary, Daddy Gary over there.
Yes.
One love Compton in the Compton run things. Y'all better understand. Did you see me? I had my Compton shirt on yesterday on Instagram going live.
Oh, yeah.
I was representing Compton, not like us. So yeah, they're going to be at the Compton Community College on this Saturday, the 14th
Yes.
of December. And it's an all-day event. Get in there. You get your cars in there. $25 entry fee. You got a showcase car. You want to be in it. Be there by 8 o'clock. Roll on in. $25. Compton College, y'all, right there at what's that?
Al-
Alameda and Artesia.
Artesia. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Right
in
by the
in
91
A8,
freeway.
Alameda and Artesia, right off the 91 freeway. You can find your way over there, put it in your GPS. I know they've had construction and the bridge and everything been cut off, but y'all get over there and get in there. Just go straight up Artesia if you have to, and get in there to support that car show this weekend. Send your love. We're going to be filming it. This will be my third year filming it with them hosting that. Remember?
Nice. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The third year for me, and that is so amazing and awesome that time has gone past
That's
hosting that. So yeah, Mama Rita, Miss Rita, and Gary Belfry of that One Love Compton, and that car
amen.
show that is awesome there, and Brother Joe and all his crew. They get together, and it's a beautiful thing. And that's where you have the multicultural, because they got the Hispanic group car shows and the Black African Americans. So it's a beautiful thing, beautiful day. And it's at Compton College. That's
Absolutely.
the
That part
real
right
awesome
there.
thing. Shout out Compton College.
We
Yeah.
bring it all together. Amen and amen.
That really brands our city. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited.
Absolutely.
So we'll look forward to that occasion being there. And I'll have to share footage from the last two that we hosted, because you were on there. Oh, okay. It's time to talk about
Absolutely.
something else. But I love you, Nichelle. Thank you so much. Take it over, and I'll be sitting and standing by.
Absolutely. Well, we hope to have you all join us again tomorrow. We have a special interview. We're going to see Crystal Davis being interviewed, and the gentleman's name is, he's a host of Post Game Profits podcast. And so that's going to be very interesting to see that interview tomorrow.
Yeah,
And
his name is
yeah,
Key.
Key,
Key Brathwaite. Key.
nice.
CHE.
Okay,
Key. Key. He's the
nice.
key. I want you to know. Key is the key. So
All
I'm so
right.
thankful to have been interviewed on that show last night. It was a awesome, incredible show, Michelle. I enjoyed it to
Nice.
the most. All right.
Absolutely. Well, we're definitely going to rebroadcast that tomorrow morning. So stay tuned, and everyone have a great, great day. Go to work.
Working.